Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you stick around. In today's video, I am bringing you, it's kind of anti-MLM content. Well, we're going to be going over some of these MLM coach type people. So of course, just as a disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and just my opinions. In addition to all of this, these people are presenting themselves as public figures. So this is not any type of privacy thing in case anyone at YouTube gets some kind of claim and they go ahead and review this. This is all public information on Facebook, and these were ads that were targeted to me. Of course, ever since the first ad that I saw for Beachboss Influencers and I went ahead and clicked on it, then I talked about them, I think it's at this point 3 times on my channel, but ever since then, I just keep getting ads for MLM coaches, things of that nature. So there are a few that we're going to go over today. Let's go ahead and hop into this first one.
I messaged 10 strangers a day for 90 days in a row and I never had one sign up.
But I knew there had to be a better way than just share, tell all your friends, here, please buy my product because you know me kind of a thing.
I was honestly ready to just throw in the towel. Maybe this wasn't for me.
This is what I always hear from my faith-based clients because they have invested tons of energy and resources and time into time-sucking strategies.
And that's when I started working with Julie.
Julie was one of the most genuine people.
I jumped in on one of her challenges and it was mind-blowing. I loved it.
Her coaching provided me with clarity.
Her knowledge of Facebook ads was super impressive.
I'm going to reveal to you who is that right person you should be talking to. It's not everybody, but there is one kind of person and they exist by the millions.
That's what Julie did for me.
And for those of you who are still sitting on the fence, if you are looking for someone who is going to push you and encourage you to be a better version of yourself, then you need to get off the fence.
Come on over. Join my 5-day unlimited leads online challenge. Let's create a personalized action plan for you, okay? I'm Julie. I'm looking forward to meeting you and I'll see you on the other side.
If this person was so great at marketing, for someone who is all about marketing, network marketing, teaching people how to do it, out of the 801,000 views that this person has gotten, now of course this is a sponsored ad, so that's why a lot of people have seen it, but out of all of those, there are only 8 likes, 8 comments, and 1 share. That should tell you that this is not the right person you should be looking into, because I mean, granted, of course, the sponsored ads, she could have easily just put in anybody from the ages of this to this, and it could be super broad, because when it comes to network marketing, there are people of all ages, of just a bunch of people. You can have people who are 19 that are looking to join something like Monate because they see the lifestyle stuff on Instagram from all of these other top leaders, and they're like, oh, I really want to have that. Let me quit school. Let me drop out of college. And which of course, college is not for everybody, but I've heard that story time and time again of, oh, I dropped out of college for this MLM. But you'll have people like that. Then you'll have people that are along the lines of my age, maybe a little bit younger, a little bit older, who are stay-at-home moms, or moms who are working outside of the home, who are working a traditional 9-to-5 type of a job, who want to stay home with their kids. And then you have the people who are like the crypto bros and things like that. So they target a bunch of different people. So of course, so it's 801,000 views. You're not going to get, not every single person from that is going to be engaging in your content. But I feel like out of that, to only have 8 likes and what was it, 1 share and 8 comments. I mean, I didn't click on it, so maybe those are people who have worked with her. But I feel like that's a little, maybe I'm just not educated very well in Facebook ads, because the last time that I tried to do any type of Facebook ad was years ago for my blog, and I haven't done it since. Which, oh, by the way, I did try to do Facebook ads when I was in Beachbody because I was told to do that. And yeah, I got a bunch of them taken down. A bunch of them said that they went against community guidelines. So if you see stuff like this on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever, make sure to report it. I know that not every single one is going to be taken down. Some of them, I don't even know if people over on the other side are even looking at some of these reports, but for some of them, they might be taken down. There are a few more things that I want to go over about this particular ad. I did take a few notes ahead of time because I just wanted to make sure that I got all of my points across. So with this Julie person that we just watched, the first point I wanted to go over was the whole sharing with all of your friends and family. The one person in the beginning said that that's what they were under the impression that that's what you should be doing within the MLM, network marketing, etc. And this is something that we hear a lot. There are people who say this a lot, that you need to talk to all of your friends and family. However, as we've seen with, for example, the Beachboss Influencers, they are heavily against that theory. They think that you shouldn't be doing that because, I mean, you're just going to spam your friends and family. And your upline shouldn't be telling you that you need to pretty much, in my opinion, annoy and harass the living crap out of your friends and your family, because while, yes, you would love to have the support from them, however, at the same time, it puts you in a super awkward position if you ask your parents and they say no, especially because some uplines with the cult-like tactics and with the fact that if you're new to this kind of content, a lot of people, myself included, refer to MLM companies as commercial cults. So there are certain similarities between that of a cult and that of an MLM company. And this has actually happened to many people, myself included, is that when you're in the MLM, then all of a sudden, if someone in your life is against you, it's almost like you're told to shun them. So let's say that one of your uplines is this type of an upline, and your sister or your brother or something, they don't want to support your business because either A, they don't need the product, or B, they're against MLMs and they'll say, I love you, you're great, but I don't support this kind of business model. That's fine. I think that that's fine. But if you have this certain type of an upline, they might try to tell you to cut those people out of your life because people like that are toxic to your life. If you do that, and if you start cutting people out of your life who just have differing opinions from you, you're creating your own echo chamber. And the thing is that I am all for, because I have done this before in the past, and I am all for cutting legitimately toxic people out of your life. I had to do that many years ago, and it was very hard, and there was a lot of emotions and stuff involved, but it was creating a very, very toxic environment for me, and I have been thriving ever since. It doesn't mean that anyone who has a differing opinion, or let's say that an MLM rep watches this video, I'm not going to sit here and just say, well, I need to cut people like you out of my life because this is toxic for you to have a different opinion. No, at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree and still be friends. I have people in my life who, yeah, they are part of MLMs, and that's a topic we don't touch. It's, at the end of the day, we're agreeing to disagree, and that's that. But like I said, there's a difference between cutting off legitimately toxic people from your life as opposed to just people who maybe don't like the MLM industry. I don't know if I'm making sense here. The next point was the one woman who said that she wanted to throw in the towel because maybe this just isn't for me. For anyone who maybe might come across this type of an ad, for anyone who maybe is struggling in their MLM biz and they think that it's their fault, it's not your fault. The structure, in my opinion, is set up for you to fail. If you look at the statistics will show that, unfortunately, most people are not going to make money. If you look at the top earners within an MLM company, usually if you look at like the income disclosure statements, it's usually the top, and I'm being very generous here, but the top 1 to 3% that will make I would say for some of the ones that I've looked at, some income disclosure statements are better than others, but a livable wage. And then usually the people that are making six figures and making millions of dollars and things like that are the ones that are at the 0.01% of the company. Of course, this is going to differ for different MLMs. Some of them might be better than others in that aspect, but unfortunately, statistics show that most people probably will not be making any kind of money. So if you come across something like this and you really feel like, oh, this isn't for me, I should just throw in the towel, I would say, yeah, throw in the towel, because there's nothing wrong with walking away from an MLM company. Would you rather walk away right now when you maybe have not lost as much money as you could have if you stay in it for another 6 months, year, 2 years? Because there are people who have come to me ever since starting this type of content who have told me astronomical numbers of how much they're in debt. Some have even told me that they were in the tens of thousands of dollars of debt. And that to me is just so sad. Some people have told me that they had to go through deprogramming because of the cult-like aspect, or because of it just being a cult. So there's that. Then the Julie person said something along the lines of faith-based clients. So I'm curious to know if she's talking about faith in the aspect of religion, or if she's talking about people who are just, I guess you could say they have faith in what they're doing and they're hoping that they can make it, but they don't actually know what they're doing. I don't know if I'm making sense here, but I'm curious to know if that was a religious or spiritual, I guess you could say, reference, or if she's talking about something else. Then the part where they said that she was genuine, that her programs are mind-blowing, that she provided clarity, and that she has knowledge of Facebook ads. Okay, so the knowledge of Facebook ads, you can actually find all of that online for free. You can either Google it or you can go on YouTube. There is a ton of information out there. But when it comes to her being genuine, is she genuine because she wants to help you? Or is she being genuine because she's getting money out of this? I didn't check, but I'm sure if she has consultations and things like that, you're not going to be doing that for free if you're going to be spending one-on-one time with many, many people. Again, I didn't look into it, so maybe she does have some free information, but I highly doubt that she's doing everything for free. Then when they said that it's mind-blowing and she provided clarity, we hear this all the time with these MLM coaches. Everyone's stuff is mind-blowing and it's all going to help you. But is it really? Because if we go back to Beachboss Influencers, their stuff is nothing that we haven't heard before. It's all stuff you can find online. So is all of this really that revolutionary? Is it really that innovative? In my opinion, from what I've seen from a lot of these MLM guru or MLM coach types, it's all the same information regurgitated into a different process. One might be a 3-step formula, another one might be a 4-step formula, and they'll just switch the words around a little bit. And you'll also have it being presented to you by a bunch of women walking towards the camera that makes it feel like you're in a cult. Beachboss Influencers, if you're new to this, because I've talked about this a few times in the past couple of, not past couple of videos, but in recent videos. Or then you'll have people like this person who it's just one woman and she has testimonials attached to her video. But anyway, I have gone off on a tangent on this one Facebook ad. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
Hey, check this out. So our team recruited 3,214 new team members in the first 90 days. And we did that all without sending spammy messages, harassing friends and family, or stalking prospects at the mall, grocery store, or gas station. If you're in network marketing or direct sales and you are ready for a breakthrough in your business, you want to know more about exactly what we did to have that kind of growth, then I want to invite you. We're actually going to be kicking off a training where I share our proven 3-step system so that you can rock recruiting, have more duplication, and attract new leaders to join your team. And the training is going to be coming up here shortly. It is absolutely free. There is nothing to buy at the end of this training. There's no pitch, okay? It's just pure value. So I hope you can appreciate that. And so, you got nothing to lose. Go ahead and grab your spot somewhere on or around this video. You're going to see a chance where you can click on a link, go ahead and get registered. You can do that now because we're going to be kicking off here shortly. And I look forward to seeing you inside the training. See you there.
Doesn't this sound exactly like the other trainings that we've seen, if you've been on my channel before? But that sounded very similar to that of Beachboss Influencers. The only difference is that here you have one woman who is speaking instead of, like I just said a few minutes ago, a bunch of women walking towards the camera, and it makes you feel uncomfortable because it looks like a cult. But here, It just shows that it's about recruiting. All of these MLM coaches or these MLM gurus, from most of what I've seen, there is very little information on how to market your products or how to market the business. Of course, products are going to differ because you're going to have to market, for example, I don't know, beauty products differently from that of crypto. So it's going to be, you're going to have to figure out a way to market those products a little differently. However, there are still, I guess you can kind of say, like base tactics on what you can learn, or sales tactics, because there are sales tactics that you can use for different industries. You just have to make it your own, and you have to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of mold it into that particular industry. So it's the same concept, but it's a little different because of the industry that you're pitching into or to people. I don't know if I'm making sense here, but just right there, it shows that it's mostly about recruiting. It's because there is a very heavy push on recruiting. The reason why is because you're going to rank advance, and there is more of an incentive for you to recruit people and for your people to also recruit people, as opposed to you just selling the product. Selling the product, yes, you can do that. You could do that if you want. The money that you're going to make in that will either be very little to none. You might even lose money, or you might make, I don't know, maybe $100 in a year. Or you'll make something that doesn't even equal a part-time income with annually. Since you're also going to have to purchase a product, and you're also going to have to do your taxes, things of that nature. So there's really more of an incentive for you to recruit people. And that's why all of these trainings talk about recruiting. But the thing is that what kind of information, what kind of value are they giving you in order to teach you how to recruit? Because I feel like there's so many of these courses out there, but what makes them different? Because recruiting is recruiting. Of course, there are tactics and ways that you do that and ways that you go about that in sales tactics, but you can find all of that online for free. In addition, she said the same thing that the last person said, that you don't want to be spammy and you don't want to be contacting and harassing your friends and family or people at the mall, people at the gas station. So it's a repeat of the last person. So how is this going to be different from the last person? Then she says the 3-step system, which is weird because I believe the caption said the 4-step formula or something like that. So maybe there is another program that she has as well. That's very similar to how Beachboss Influencers talk about their, what is it? I forget what it was, 3-step formula or something along those lines. It's some kind of step formula. So how is it different from their program? Then to say that, oh, it's for free, that training might be for free. Is there an ulterior motive? Or is there a program or a course or something like that that you are going to advertise within this training and say, well, if you want more information, purchase this other course? That's what the Beachboss Influencers did. If you watch my reviewing their free course, in there it kept saying that, oh, if you want to learn more about this, make sure to check out this course. And that's the course that you have to pay for. So just because this training is free doesn't mean that everything else is going to be free. Or is there an ulterior motive? Are you collecting their information so that you can then later connect with them and network with them and try to get them to join under you? I don't know if this person's still in an MLM or if she's just doing the MLM course coaching thing on the side. I'm not 100% sure. But that's what I had to say about that one. This next video that we're going to be reacting to is another Beachboss influencer video. If I remember, I will leave all of my other Beachboss influencer videos in the description box below. And if I don't, if someone wants to call me out in the comments or something, yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and watch this.
I hate to break it to you, but maybe it's time to fire your upline. Now, you might be thinking, that's a bit harsh. And maybe it is.
But it turned out to be one of the best things I ever did for my business. Because you see, a few years ago, I was sending 50 copy and paste messages a day to strangers like my upline told me to, hoping and praying I'd find a rock star to join my team.
Those messages went something like this. Hey girl, saw we connected through a friend. You look like you'd be perfect at what I do. Have you ever thought of owning your own business?
pardon me while I puke. I knew there had to be a better way to grow my business, one that didn't make my skin crawl or leave me feeling like a salesy weirdo.
So we decided to test out our own strategy that made way more sense than us following what the masses were doing, which, by the way, wasn't working. And guess what?
It worked.
We started getting 10 to 15 new people we didn't even know enrolling into our business every month. And when we taught it to our teams, that's when things completely skyrocketed.
We started to rank up quickly, and our team members started winning too. And that's how the irresistible social recruiting scripts were born. And the best part is we are giving away our best and tested converting scripts so you can start getting results and enjoy building your business again.
And here's what you're going to find on the inside: how to instantly create meaningful and deeper connections with people without coming across as insincere or like a spammer.
You also will get 5 most powerful opening questions so you can adapt for any opportunity to grow your team from social media with much less rejection.
And the big messaging mistake that most network marketers make that get them rejected, ignored, and even blocked.
These scripts work for any niche and any level of experience.
Even if you feel like a nobody who's barely getting by and that no one would want to join.
So if you're ready to skyrocket your business fast with less rejection and more results,
grab this proven script that have been tested by us and thousands of our team members.
Well, that's Beachboss Influencers. That is, again, nothing that we haven't heard before, but let's go ahead and go over some of the points in this ad. So they talk about firing your upline and how they were told by their uplines to copy and paste messages, and they kind of went like, hey girl, or what we also refer to them as is the hey hun messages. And that's why if you're new to this kind of content, or if maybe you never knew, but the term hun bot, that's when people refer to MLM reps as hunbots or huns, it's because of their very robotic hey hun or hey girl messages that all sound exactly the same, and how that one person said they were copy and paste messages, and she was sending about 50 of them a day, which that is so exhausting. And I don't know if this is how they still do it or if other MLMs did this as well. I believe other MLMs do this as well, but when I was in I think it was Mary Kay and Beachbody. Mary Kay and Beachbody, wow, or Body, they have rebranded, sorry, Body. However, with those two MLMs, we had this list that you had to list out when you first started, and it was 100 names of people that are friends, family, acquaintances, it could be neighbors, coworkers, that kind of a thing. And it's a list of people for you to go ahead and send hey hun or hey girl messages to. And that's in quotes, by the way, because I'm sure some people didn't do the hey girl or hey hun, but it was just like she said, oh, I have this great opportunity that I think you'd be perfect for. And this is something that they shouldn't be doing at all, because first of all, they're known for this at this point, and it's just laughable when you get one of those, because as soon as you get one of those in your DMs, you most likely, most people, not everybody, but if you're educated within the MLM industry, most people are going to know that that is a message for an MLM company. But in addition to that, you can't say, hey, I looked at your profile and I think you'd be great at what I do, and I still sometimes get these types of messages. Why would you say that to me? Because if you took one look, at my profile, you would see that I am very anti-MLM, because I upload reels from my videos, like clips from my videos that talk about MLM companies. So why would I be good at what you do if it's very clear that I'm very, very against that business structure? These Beachboss influencer people, they have this weird tagline. Well, I would kind of call it like a tagline of, they say, oh, you don't want to be a salesy weirdo. I've heard them say it in every single ad that I've come across that was theirs. But yeah, I can definitely agree, because as soon as you start sending these hey girl messages, it's just like they say, you're going to sound like a salesy weirdo, because it's the same stuff over and over again. When they went over the 10 to 15 new people that they were recruiting every single month, they worded it, how did they word it? It was something along the lines of like, oh, we enrolled them, or they enrolled into our business. That's just a different way of saying that they were recruited into the business. Just like the other ads, this one talks about recruiting and ranking up then they want their team to be winning too. When they talk about winning, it's really just they want them to be rank advancing. They want them to be selling the products, because the more that they rank advance and the more that they sell products, the more commissions that your upline is going to be making off of you. So it's about recruiting. This is nothing new. When one of the Beachboss influencer people went over the meaningful and deeper connections with people, that's what they teach you what to do, I can't stand that, because, and I said this in a recent video, but I can't stand that, because stop doing that. Stop trying to be friends with people and have meaningful relationships with people with the ulterior motive of, I want to pitch you my product or my MLM company. I want to try to recruit you into my team, because how is that meaningful, and how is that a deeper connection, friendship, relationship, whatever you want to call it? And in my opinion, I think that it's worse to go about it this way, to try to be authentic and create friendships. I think it's worse to do that than to just outright say what your motive is, that you want to recruit them into your team, you want to, and I know that this is a sales tactic. I know that, and I know that it's a manipulation tactic. I understand that. So I know why they're doing it, but I find it more disgusting than the regular copy and paste messages. That's just my opinion. I know that my opinion can differ from other people, but yeah, that's just my opinion. But I think that is going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye!